A hunter kneels at a glassy pool, fingers trembling as his own face gazes back with impossible longing. The water holds still as death, mirroring every curve of his youthful features. High cheekbones sharp as flint, eyes like polished obsidian, lips parted in a breath he cannot take. He leans closer, the forest's hush broken only by his pulse thundering in his ears, and whispers to the image as if it might answer. The pool cradles perfection, a vision born from the earth's secret depths amid ancient Thespian hills. Sunlight fractures through overhanging boughs, dappling the surface with fleeting gold, but the face remains unchanging, more alive than any mortal lover. Narcissus, son of the river god Cephissus and the nymph Liriope, traces the reflection's jawline with a fingertip hovering just above the water. Ripples threaten to shatter it, yet he holds back, transfixed by eyes that seem to beckon from another world. Born under a prophecy of doomed beauty, he has spurned every suitor who dared approach, nymphs with voices like honeyed winds, youths whose ardor burned fierce as midsummer pyres. Blind to their devotion, his heart remained a sealed vault, echoing with solitude. Now in this sacred grove where willows weep into the stillness, the pool unveils a suitor flawless beyond reckoning. He murmurs endearments to the silent twin below, his voice a low rumble swallowed by mossy stones. But the image eludes his touch. Each desperate reach scatters it into mocking fragments, only to reform when his hand withdraws. Hunger gnaws at his frame, yet he drinks not from the pool's life-giving spring, fearing to blur the beloved gaze. Days bleed into nights. Torchlight from distant hunts flickers across the water, casting long shadows that twist like jealous spirits. Echo, the nymph cursed to repeat only others' words, lingers unseen in the underbrush, her form fading to a mere whisper on the wind, punishment for once mocking Zeus's divine trysts. Nemesis, goddess of retribution, watches from storm-dark skies, her presence a chill that beads sweat on his fevered skin. She has drawn him here, to this fateful mirror amid sacred groves, where vanity's first seeds take root. The hunter's world narrows to the pool's embrace, forests encroach like silent ruins, their ancient trunks guardians of a truth he cannot yet fathom. What began as thirst becomes an unbreakable chain, binding soul to shadow. Echo's fading pleas shatter against rejection, summoning Nemesis' unyielding curse from shadowed groves. Her voice, once a cascade of laughter that danced through Hera's sacred halls, now frays into broken echoes, remnants of a divine punishment for daring to conceal Zeus's fleeting passions. She had spied on the thunder god's trysts with nymphs, her mimicry a shield of mockery, until the queen of Olympus twisted her tongue to repetition alone. In Narcissus' path she poured out her silenced heart, but he turned away, scorning her fragmented words as hollow wind through barren reeds. Deep in the Thespian wilds, where cypress sentinels loom under perpetual twilight, Nemesis stirs. Cloaked in retribution's veil, she feels the ripple of rejected loves, nymphs wasting to mist, youths leaping from cliffs into storm-dark seas, their bodies shattering on jagged rocks below. The goddess descends, her footsteps silent as falling dew, weaving fate's inexorable thread. She conjures the pool not of mortal making, but a mirror forged from divine spite, crystalline, untroubled, reflecting truth's cruel jest. Hunter's distant horns fade as Narcissus stumbles upon it, drawn by an unseen hand through thorn-choked trails. Rejection's weight presses like an avalanche of stone. Echo trails him still, her form translucent as moonlit vapor, whispering his name in stolen phrases from birdsong and brook. But he hears only mockery, shoving her shadow aside with a hunter's impatient stride. Suitors multiply in his wake, river nymphs with hair like woven gold, mountain youths whose spears gleam with desperate fire, yet his gaze slides past them all, seeking an ideal none can embody. Nemesis smiles from the grove's heart, her breath stirring leaves into prophetic rustle. The pool awaits, its surface a blade poised to sever soul from flesh. As thirst cracks his lips and shadows lengthen into night, the curse ignites. Narcissus kneels, compelled, his bow discarded amid fallen needles. The reflection blooms before him, more radiant than Apollo's dawn, stirring a fire no mortal flame could quench. Echo watches from twisted roots, her pleas reduced to sighs exhaled by the earth itself. Divine justice coils tighter, the grove closes in like torchlit corridors leading to irrevocable doom. What Nemesis sows in vengeance, no power can uproot, only the first pangs of a love that devours its host. Withering by the water's edge, he dissolves into a flower that eternally mourns its untouchable beauty. Narcissus' limbs grow leaden, his hunter's vigor unraveling like mist before dawn. The pool's gaze holds him captive through endless cycles, day's fierce glare etching hollows beneath his eyes, night's chill weaving fever dreams where the reflection whispers promises it cannot keep. He presses lips to the water's brim, tasting only the salt of his own despair, as fingers claw at the unyielding surface, summoning ripples that mock his frailty. Hunger carves his frame to bone and sinew, yet the image endures, flawless amid his decay. Echo haunts the grove's periphery, her spectral form a flicker of torchlight on bark, repeating his anguished cries in fractured loops that circle back unanswered. Forests encroach, ancient roots twisting like the fingers of forgotten gods, while distant thunder rolls from Nemesis's receding shadow. He rails against the cruel twin below, lover turned tormentor, pounding fists until blood stains the pool crimson, only for the face to reform, serene and indifferent. Days merge into a haze. His voice cracks pleas to the heavens, but the gods remain silent, their verdict etched in the earth's unblinking mirror. Death claims him at last, body curling inward like a leaf in frost. No pyre blazes, no dirge rises. The pool drinks his final sigh, leaving only vacancy amid sacred stones. From that hollow blooms the Narcissus flower, petals pale as his wasted skin, heart golden as the eyes that betrayed him, bowing eternally over water, petals brushing the surface in futile caress. Roots delve deep into the grove's silent ruins, binding beauty to its fatal source, a perennial witness to love's inversion. In this mythic unraveling, Narcissus embodies the irreversible fracture of the soul divided against itself, where the pursuit of an impossible ideal severs one from the living world, leaving only echoes of what might have been. Nemesis's curse reveals human weakness laid bare, vanity as a devourer, transforming gift into prison, adoration into annihilation. No redemption stirs the pool's depths. Fate's hand, once extended, withdraws into storm-dark eternity, imprinting a flower that gazes without seeing, a stark emblem of isolation's cost. The grove stands unchanged, its long shadows swallowing suitors yet unborn, a timeless admonition that to love one's reflection is to court oblivion. Thanks for journeying through mythic sleep tales. Subscribe for more echoes from the ancient dark.